A beautiful late afternoon from the Philippines, and welcome to Tala Talks, where I share my everyday thoughts and everyday experiences. I'm a bit hesitant making this video because actually the guys who were hanging out there by the boat are gone now. The sun is about to set, so by the time this video ends, it could be very late in the hour. But on that note, today's topic, we are going to be talking about how island living taught me to breathe more and waste less. Thank you so much in advance for choosing to spend your next few minutes with me, your girl, and let's get this video started. Let's talk about living simply with less. And I do have to say a little history about me. I was born and raised in the Philippines. I am 100% Filipino. I know I might not look it, but if you know anything about the Philippines, we were colonized by a couple of countries, and some of them look like me, more Oriental, and a lot of Filipinos look very Western. A lot of us also look very Malay. And it's just a mix of a lot of amazing different cultures. And with regards to the first one, which is, I've been living in such a small budget for the past, I would say, years since I left the corporate world. And living simply with less has definitely taught me to understand that we don't need a lot to be happy. Since I left the corporate world, I am currently jobless, but because I have adapted into a local lifestyle, which is, my house is just literally right behind the bushes there. I'm living in a very budgeted condition. But when you meet the locals and they take care of you, they offer you some bananas, some coconut. My lifestyle has been a lot healthier because we eat more vegetables here. And if ever there is meat, that would be an occasion. I personally am not a fan of meat for not any particular reason, but only because it makes me feel better, feeling lighter, and I feel a lot more energized and active with less meat. So, living a very budgeted lifestyle has taught me that you don't really need a lot. You don't need consumerism. You don't have to fall into all of these marketing brands that you see online. Of course, it isn't bad to want material things, but because out of necessity, I can't actually afford a lot of things these days. I'm just really thrilled to have a good, loving community here. I'm also very thrilled to be eating healthier and also being exposed to nature like this. My circadian rhythm has been amazing. I sleep early and I wake up early. In fact, where we are right now is one of the best surfing capitals in the Philippines. So a lot of the surfers here rise with the sun and they start to wind down with the sun, which is such a beautiful thing. You really feel like you are part of Mama Nature. Let's talk about sustainable food and energy. I think I'll start with solar panels just because living on an island like this, I personally can't afford solar panels because they're expensive at the moment, but there have been a lot of electricity fluctuations here. And because of that, some of the restaurants and even homes, their ACs get destroyed, their fridges get destroyed. A lot of home appliances really get destroyed. In fact, a lot of restaurants had to close down because they were just losing a lot of their kitchen appliances. And for those who have the budget and the money to invest in solar panels, that has been very much a life-saving decision or investment that they have made, because they don't want their appliances to get destroyed, and also because we get a lot of sunshine in the Philippines. It just makes sense to invest on solar panels. I do say that, however, we do have a lot of typhoons as well. So we have days with, a lot of rain and not too much sunshine. So you just have to pick your battle. And with regards to food waste, as I mentioned, we eat a lot of bananas, a lot of maybe hard-boiled eggs, or we eat a lot of coconuts. As you can see, we are surrounded by coconut trees, literally, and if you can harvest them yourself, it's practically free for you. And the locals will be very happy to climb up a coconut tree themselves to get it. I don't know if you see like those lines there. Those are like the carvings for the feet to go on to. So yeah, we obviously don't have, well, there's there's a lot of junk food these days, but living in a remote small island like this, we just really eat from the ground. And in fact, some people say that your food should not be older than 3 hours. I personally harvest my own moringa or malunggay in the morning. We're just not in my house and the sun's going down, but I would show you if I could. Our moringa or malunggay here is considered like a very superfood. It's like kale or spinach. It's just got all the amazing good stuff. So I harvest that in the morning and I mix it with my food, and it's just incredible to be eating off the ground. Whereas maybe if you were in the city or somewhere more developed, you'd probably have a lot of food that have been pre-packaged. So that's a lot of waste and plastic. So I'm quite happy that we do our own composting here. The next one is closer to nature and healthier life, that just means that when you're closer to nature, I'm trying to remember this word, but there's something that the water excretes, or obviously the planktons and the marine wildlife, they help to give us oxygen. And it's just so incredible how the ocean is so vital to our existence. Crazy dogs. Always chasing each other. You're always changing me. And so if we don't take care of Mother Nature, we're just gonna not be breathing fresh air or oxygen. And the trees right now are giving us a lot of fresh air as well. It is because they turn our carbon dioxide. Oh my goodness. Yes. A toy for free. We didn't even have to buy that toy from the pet shop. See, you just see some trash sometimes along the shore and it becomes their toy. He's chewing on a bottle. What was I saying? All right, the trees turn our carbon dioxide into oxygen. It's just, being closer to nature has improved my mental health. It's improved my physical health. I do a lot of walking. I do a lot of mindful breathing, and it's just been overall absolutely sustainable in all the sense. So emotionally, mentally, psychologically, and nature, we will be dust in the wind one day. We are from nature, born from nature, and we will return back to nature. So being close to the sea and nature, for me, is just like coming home to stillness, to yourself. And if I'm sounding a bit strange, let me know. I do a lot of Buddhism and yoga and mindfulness. I don't consider it a religion, it's more of a lifestyle. Let me know your thoughts. There's a comment section on the comment box below. You can always reach out to me personally. All the details are in the description box. You can do that through the membership. Just scan the QR codes that I've been flashing. Again, all the links are on the description box as well. Just a quick break to let you know how grateful I am that you've chosen to spend your time with me on this channel. If you've been with me from the very beginning of this channel, I just really want to let you know how much I appreciate you and your time. Without you on this channel, without the watch hours, this channel wouldn't exist. Thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. With that, I'd love to invite you to join my membership by clicking on the QR code on the screen. It'll link you to my Buy Me a Coffee page where you'll see photos of the plans. I'd love to create an edible jungle where we can feed the locals, we can feed tourists, we can just create a more sustainable lifestyle for everybody. That's where your support is gonna go to. You can also choose to join the membership right here on YouTube for your convenience. And with that, you'll get a lot of perks such as behind the scenes from yours truly. Once you've joined my membership, please don't forget to send me an email or message me directly on Instagram. And I'd love to show you where your support will go. With that said, again, thank you so much for your time. Thank you so much for choosing to stick around with me in this channel. I love you so much. Let's go back to this video. And one last thing, let's talk about the challenges of island living. And, you know, it's very tricky. I see a lot of people in general retiring in places. Who are you? Oh, I don't remember you. You're a different one. You're a different one. Why do you have a lot of scratches on your face? Oh, you also have a lot of scratches. Okay, they just came out of nowhere. I guess they're chilling out with us in this video. But I do have to say though, speaking of dogs, I do have to say in terms of medical attention, I've noticed that a lot of people prefer to retire in places that have proper medical health. Right now where we are in Mindanao, which is the southern part of the Philippines, you best be healthy and tippy-top shape, just because I've had a friend who had to call in, I don't know if it was a helicopter, I think it was. Basically, our hospitals here, she got sick from being in the hospital. She was trying to rid herself from a certain issue, but then she also got contaminated from that same hospital and she got very sick. And yeah, just the hospitals here don't have the same standards as you will compared to Manila or Cebu or Davao. So, you know, you just have to be really careful with even rabies shots. I actually don't know these dogs, but they look really cute. Again, like, that's probably the reason why a lot of people get bitten. Tourists especially, they find the dogs so cute and then they get bitten, and then, you know, that's sometimes a rabies shots here also, we run out of that. So a lot of these challenges, for me, this is just one of many. We also have power fluctuations. We also have water supply situations. But I'm saying this with all due respect just because you end up being a lot more grateful for the things you have. Like, I'm originally from the city, and, you know, having zero power outages and having water all the time, and, you know, I'm not a fan of concrete stuff just because I feel very icky. And when I get back to nature, I would rather have all of these challenges than be back in the city. I'm a lot more grateful for when there's power again. I'm also a lot more grateful for when there's water supply and small things like having cold water to drink. I think I'm gonna face here because the sun's going down. Having water to drink, for me, like, you appreciate everything because you know what it's like to lose it. And I think that's a very important lesson to never forget. Is just because it's there doesn't mean it's always gonna be there. And I have noticed a lot of people in the city kind of like coming from a very entitled perspective or place. And again, you know, it's their lives and it's not for me to say, but I think I wake up a lot more now with gratitude, with appreciation, and so much respect for the locals here and island living. With that said, all the dogs are out. I don't know if it's like doggy hour, but all the humans have left as well. There were some guys hanging out there and now they're gone. I will say goodbye for now. If you've made it this far in the video, thank you so much. I really appreciate you. I love you so much. Thank you so much for choosing to spend your morning, afternoon, or evening with me, your girl. I would love to see you again on my next video. Ciao for now, and I send you a lot of amazing tropical vibes. From the coconut trees to the fresh sea breeze and all the amazing islanders on this island. Lots of love. Bye for now.